I'm Chris from Airwindows, and hey, you can do this. Well, maybe not quite that. That's what those blinking lights are doing. I'm working on trying to get back into the live stream of things, so I threw this together before demoing the plugin. But we have a plugin. And it ain't all of this stuff. This is how I'm doing that. Nope. What we have for you today is Airwindows ZBandpass2. Here, let me. Here, this one's supposed to come before very long. And you can do this. If I turn it on, that is. Because this is the revision of the Z-plane filter. That's based on those classic EMU E6400 filters. And this is the one where it restrains zipper noise. Oh, hang on. Let me get a closer look at this. I have a hard time keeping up with everything sometimes. There we go. And of course, we can also distort the heck out of it. That's the kick drum doing that. So you can use ZBandpass, and here's our raw sound. So that's what you can do with ZBandpass2. It is the revision of the ZBandpass filter. And this one smooths all the parameters so that you can move anything and not get any zipper noise. That's what this one's for. So my hope is you might not have what's going on here, that being the synthesizers and stuff, but you know, a lot of this stuff could be done in software synths or bespoke. Bespoke is free, and you can make noises like this. And if you can make noises like these, I will point out that that synthesizer, the chord that's repeating there, well, the synthesizer is an analog synth. It's one that I built out of a Music Thing modular chord organ. That reverb is, let's see now, chamber. And this reverb, let's make it more. And that's all plugins, so if you can make noises, you can do this. And then if you've got all your stuff going on, like I'm doing with the synths here, in software or in hardware, because as you can see, the way I'm getting this happening is I'm running a bunch of hardware into Bespoke to play with here. It is a console mix, but the inputs in the panners are actually native to Bespoke. And once you got all this going on, welcome to ZBandpass. That's a pretty gnarly sound. The noise that this is making is based on this. This is the hardware synthesizers, but again, you can do this with soft synths or whatever you've got. And this noise is pure Airwindows ZBandpass2. And that's how we roll with that. And of course the pulse control, this is the maximum tightness of the bandpass filter and also the maximum internal distortion of it. But we can also rein it in or bring it back to basically dry. Which means this is also a good way to subtly bring stuff in if you want to make it kind of gnarly. You can use the dry signal this way. And this is your wet signal. As you can see, it's very heavily distorted. And we can crank the output up and then just bring some of this in. get a kind of big, interesting sound. And this is just using ZBandpass on the full mix, not even doing anything interesting with internal settings or part of the mix. This is just throwing it on after I sort of roped this all together at the last moment. And as you can hear, you can do some kind of cool things with it. That was a little bit loud, my apologies. Alrighty. And, well, not this, but here, let me go back in. So, this is ZBandpass, the coefficient smoothed no zipper noise version of the original ZBandpass. So this is ZBandpass2. And the original ZBandpass still has uses for if you're doing something like this and you don't need to move anything. The original ZBandpass should sound the same, but use a lot less CPU because it's not having to smooth everything on the fly. This one is the one where it is smoothing everything on the fly. ZBandpass2 is a audio unit and VST plugin for Mac, Windows, Linux. The Mac versions come in retro versions that go back as far as like Snow Leopard or earlier, or PPC machines, whatever you need. And the modern AU versions and VST versions for the Mac are built for M1 processors, so it'll work on your newer machines as well. And I hope you like these. Again, like I said, I'm tipping you off a little bit that I'm going to start doing a little bit more in the way of live streaming. You're probably going to be finding me on Twitch doing that. But the plugins are going to continue until morale improves. And the way things are in the world at the moment, morale needs help. So I will help as best I can. I think the next Z plugin is going to be Z Notch 2, and at that point we'll be finished with those ones and move on to innumerable other things that I need to be doing. All of this is supported by Patreon. That's how I keep doing this stuff. It's probably going to extend to being able to get me a Mac Eat Boss or something so that I can model that into a console version. I have high hopes for that. And we'll just see where these things take us. Thank you for bearing with me through all of this. I admit that my music is kind of weird, but I'll be working on it. And I hope that you enjoy the plugins, because the plugins are really sort of what brings people back to all of this. And I'm glad to say I'm almost finished with the reboot of the Z plugins, which were pretty highly sought after back in the day when I first came out with them. Oh, how many months ago? I move kind of fast. Thanks for paying attention. and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.